Is the 2025 Jeep Compass E Hybrid worth your attention, or is it just another forgettable crossover? Today, we're taking a close look at this hybrid SUV to find out if its rugged charm can make up for its aging platform. When I first laid eyes on the 2025 Compass, I was immediately struck by how different it looks from the sea of blob-shaped crossovers flooding our roads. That iconic 7-slot grille, muscular wheel arches, and squared-off profile scream Jeep from a mile away. In a world where most compact SUVs seem designed in the same wind tunnel, the Compass dares to keep some of that traditional Jeep character intact. But looks can be deceiving. Under the hood sits a 1.5-liter turbocharged engine paired with a 48-volt hybrid system that produces just 128 horsepower. Let that sink in for a moment. In 2025, when electric vehicles are pushing performance boundaries, the Compass E Hybrid takes a leisurely 10 seconds to reach 62 miles per hour. If you're expecting thrilling acceleration, you might want to look elsewhere. The 7-speed dual-clutch transmission doesn't help matters either. There's a noticeable hesitation when you press the accelerator, almost like the car needs a moment to consider your request before responding. And when the engine does spring to life, it makes itself heard with a rather unrefined growl. But here's where things get interesting. Despite its lackluster powertrain, the Compass somehow manages to redeem itself in other areas. The fuel economy is genuinely impressive, with real-world figures hovering at 40 miles per gallon. For a vehicle wearing the Jeep badge, that's nothing short of remarkable. Step inside, and you're greeted by an interior that feels surprisingly premium. Soft-touch materials cover most surfaces you'll regularly interact with, and the overall design feels cohesive and well thought out. The infotainment system is properly integrated into the dashboard, not tacked on as an afterthought like in some competitors. Space is another strong point. Both front and rear passengers have plenty of room to stretch out, and the cargo area is generous enough for weekend getaways. The commanding driving position gives you that elevated view of the road that crossover buyers crave, while the supportive seats help compensate for the occasionally jiggly ride quality. Jeep introduced Level 2 autonomous driving capabilities, combining adaptive cruise control with lane-keeping assist. It's a welcome addition for highway driving, though still limited in its application. The tech doesn't feel cutting-edge, but it works well enough for what it is. On the road, the Compass handles exactly as you'd expect from a modern crossover. The steering is light, yet precise enough for city maneuvering, and body roll is kept reasonably in check through corners. It's not sporty by any means, but it's competent and comfortable for daily driving. Pricing starts at just under £34,000 for the base altitude trim and climbs to around $38,000 for the fully loaded Summit. When similarly equipped rivals can easily cross the £40,000 mark, the Compass suddenly starts looking like decent value. So what's the verdict on the 2025 Jeep Compass E Hybrid? It's a vehicle of contrasts. The powertrain disappoints, yet the interior impresses. The ride can occasionally be harsh, but the comfortable seats make up for it. It's showing its age in some areas while feeling thoroughly modern in others. If you're drawn to the Jeep brand, but don't need serious off-road capability, the Compass offers a compelling middle ground. It has more character than most of its competitors, decent fuel economy, and enough comfort for everyday use. Just don't expect it to set your pulse racing when you press the accelerator. For a vehicle entering its 8th year in its current generation, the Compass has aged surprisingly well. But with a new model likely on the horizon, built on more modern Stellantis underpinnings, the question becomes, is it worth buying now, or should you wait? That depends on how much you value that distinctive Jeep character and how urgently you need a new vehicle. The 2025 Jeep Compass E Hybrid may not be perfect, but in a world of increasingly homogenized crossovers, its flaws almost add to its character. And sometimes, having character is exactly what makes a car worth considering. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more content just like this. Leave a comment below with your thoughts or questions. I read every single one. And don't forget to click the bell icon to get notified about my next upload. See you in the next video.